Now, the audio is probably going to be horrible in this video, but this is probably going to be the longest one I'm ever going to make. Ever. Because, you know. I won't talk about video games and my opinion on video games, which, you know, if you have an opinion on video games, it's most likely a very strong one. You either 100% hate them because you're an old man or old woman who thinks their child plays them often, way too often, and won't spend family time together. Womp womp, cry about it. Or you are currently a child playing a video game while watching this and thinking, oh yeah, this dude, he's relatable. No. This view you're seeing right now, that's live. You're just getting the best of this. So, I'm gonna talk about video games real quick because I'm talking to myself, which is not good. But this way, I'm talking to technically someone. If anyone watches this video, technically I'm talking to someone. So that makes it not bad. Right? Hopefully. Never mind. So, what I wanted to talk about video games is nothing really specific. Just which games I kind of like. Which games are cool, which games are, in my opinion, some of the best. Now, my opinion on games I like and opinion on games which are the best is kind of different. Games I like are not always the best. Greatest example being a game called Subnautica. Oh man, Subnautica was a good game. For me, I loved Subnautica. I currently still love Subnautica. It made my personality, sort of. Because big scary water with a cool looking fish, that's me. I love that. Does it show in my personality at all nowadays? Absolutely not. But back in, when did this game come out? I'm thinking 2016? That was all I could talk about. Like, I would go to school, and on my mind, while doing homework, I'd be, oh my god, Subnautica! Oh, Reaper Leviathan! I wonder if Jacksepticeye made a new video yet. Oh, Subnautica! Wow, this is the coolest game on Earth. No. That was literally what I sounded like inside my head. But it was that and Minecraft at the time that basically built me. Those were like the first two games that I genuinely had a passion for. Which, when you get a passion for a video game at that age, it's what makes you who you are. But I soon ventured into a genre that would never let me escape, and I'm currently not, well, hold on. I'm not in that genre anymore, but there's still a few games in that genre that I still like. But I discovered what visual novels were. RPGs. Visual novel RPGs. Oh my lord. That, dangerous rabbit hole. I'm going to just talk real quick about the one that, well, like the three that nailed into my head. Like, Subnautica came out, and that was the game that I was focused on. Minecraft had existed for a while, but I discovered stuff like, Lucky Blocks, and stuff like that. All modded stuff, and you're like, oh, when I get Minecraft, I'm gonna do this! And you find out none of it's in vanilla, and you're gonna cry yourself to sleep. It was the Aether Portal for me, and I just went on Minecraft and was like, I'm gonna make the Aether Portal. I have Minecraft on my Xbox 360. This is the time to make the Aether Portal. And I did it, and I cried, because it wouldn't work. Big sad moment for a little man. Never mind. Someone just drove by my house, making sure it wasn't any kind of pervert or something. But I loved it. And then I discovered visual novels. And I'm like, oh, these are kind of cool. There's pictures of people, and it tells them that they're talking, and you gotta talk for them. And I like doing voice impressions at the time. I still currently love doing voice impressions. Am I good at it? Absolutely not. But I do it still. and everyone doesn't like it. But the audio's crap in this, but I don't care. So then FNAF. Holy crap, he said it. He said FNAF. Everyone get ready to get really edgy and hate everything about their parents. I liked FNAF a little too much. I was a very big FNAF kid. Not anymore. Like, FNAF is not on my radar as big as it was. I saw Markiplier play it, and I'm like, hold on a minute. That game, kind of freaky, but I like it. Because it's the same thing with a visual novel. You sit there, you don't do anything, but you click buttons. And I like clicky button game. Game go clicky button, brain be happy for a little while. And you get scared, which makes you happy. I don't know, that's just how it worked. And it worked pretty well, because I loved FNAF. And then I discovered a YouTuber. Oh, my goodness gracious, I swear if this dude is still making YouTube videos, I'm betting they're the exact same crap that he made back in 2016, 2014, 2013. Basically, his entire YouTube channel was just the most rancid crap of visual novels, and I just loved it. And I discovered, hold on, there's a FNAF visual novel. Oh my lord. That was the end. That was the end for me. That was just where I hit the peak of the mountain and straight down into the ravine of just the weirdest crap I could find. And I soon discovered that the internet's not a good place, because I discovered something else. I was like, okay, so FNAF is a horror game, but FNIA is not. I'm gonna look up horror visual novels. Oh no, little boy, don't do that. You're gonna ruin your brain. I ruined my brain so badly. But it all stopped really suddenly whenever I see people like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye and PewDiePie, who was a gamer at the time. Holy crap, that was epic. I loved PewDiePie as a gamer. I saw something called Doki Doki Literature Club. If you know that game, which you have to if you've ever been on the internet, that was the game that brought me to my knees. And that sound that you just heard right before I said that was me getting on my knees from a chair. Hello, I'm on my knees now. Because, oh my god, that game, I was like, oh my goodness, it's a school visual novel. I've never seen one of those. Oh man. I saw it, and I watched the first episode. I'm like, this is so cool. There's a few, like, weird glitchy parts, but I'm guessing that's just the video editing. And then you see it. And then you see Sayori hanging herself. My little brain just dropped, and my heart just... What did I just see? What just happened? And why did I think it was cool? Oh, no! Why did you think it was cool, little dude? Why? But then, like, it kept going. It was a ball that was rolling and rolling, and it would not stop. I watched every single person play Doki Doki, and I'm like, if they say this game sucks, I'm gonna go to their house and kill them. 100%. I'm gonna go to their Minecraft house and kill them in Minecraft. Just 100%. Man, I should not have discovered Doki Doki, because that is one of the core 6 games in my brain. One of 6 games that killed me and made me new is Doki Doki Literature Club, and I still love Yuri to this day. That's an embarrassing thing to say online, but I still love Yuri. Yuri is my favorite. She's crazy, and she pissed on a paper. What? I still rewatch Doki Doki Literature Club playthroughs because I can't play it. And I just, oh my goodness. The enthusiasm I had for it, and the enthusiasm I still have for it, but keep mostly a secret until this video is coming out, it's insane. Just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Okay, on to the next subject. Doki Doki led me down that rabbit hole of horror games, and I discovered stuff like Granny, which I was interested in for like a month. Not a big game. I discovered Roblox around that time, and I'm like, oh, I guess this is cool. It's not that cool. It's like Minecraft, but you don't get to be as creative. And that's basically my thought at the time, and I didn't really like it that much. Then I discovered Mortal Kombat, because my cousin got it on her Xbox, and wow, I loved Mortal Kombat. It was like one of the, not modern ones, but not one of the old ones. I don't remember which one it was, but it was a Mortal Kombat. And I thought that was cool, because fighting games were cool because I was a dude. To her, it was cool because there was a character that she was named after. Who, as a good parent, names their child after a Mortal Kombat character? Every good one. That's my answer. I wish I was named after a Mortal Kombat character. Imagine being named after, like, any of them. Because Scorpion's a cool name. No matter what you say. But Mortal Kombat lasted a little while. I moved on to other games. But Doki Doki and FNAF and Subnautica stuck with me for quite a long while. I forgot about Subnautica for a while. And I found other games. I got other interests. I stopped focusing on games for a while. I would still watch people on YouTube like Vanoss and Vancharrian Tale. And you know what you know? You know what you know when you know those names? The know did you know of the nose of the nose of knowing that knowing stuff? Yes. Gmod. Oh my lord. That was a cool game. Because it was peak creativity. You could do whatever you want in that game, and nothing could stop you. That's why I loved both Vancharrian Tale and Vanoss, because Vanoss was dark humor with that stuff. I can say shit, it's far enough into the video, right? Yeah. I think it's 10 minutes where you can't curse. I don't really know. But Vanoss was dark humor, that shit. And Vancharrian Tale was funny, because I was a toddler, basically, watching it. And I still watch Vancharrian Tale, but I cry, knowing that the entire team is broke up. It's the same thing with popular MMOs. I cry knowing that they are no longer together. I wish that my childhood could stay good, but nuh-uh. That's not how that works. Not a cry fest, just saying. I love Gmod still. It's pretty fun, but it's not like a hyper-focus. It wasn't one of the core six. Subnautica, Doki Doki. Those were part of the core six. FNAF, not as much. Because I don't think about FNAF on the daily. Subnautica, I think about on the daily. And Doki Doki, I think about on the daily. I soon moved on past those kind of games. Because I discovered a thing called anime. And that's when it happened. I discovered a little anime. This is going to be talking about games, but I have to bring up this anime for you to understand how I got transitioned into these kind of games. I discovered anime. And I thought visual novels. Visual novels are a little bit hot, saucy, a little bit horny. But then I discovered, wait, there can be animes like that? I want anime now. The only anime I have ever watched up until this point is Dragon Ball Z and Naruto. I want titties on my anime screen. Oh god, that killed me. Oh, I discovered a show. And if you are my friend, if you know me, I have talked about it. Monster Musume. Core memory developed, and it was a bad one. It was a bad one, and I'm glad I forgot about it until, like, last year. And I remembered it, and I just shat myself thinking, oh god, I used to watch this garbage, and then I watched this garbage in school. Oh my lord, why would you do that? It was funny. I liked it. It was cool. It was not cool. It was not funny. I was just a weirdo as a child. Still currently a weirdo, but not an openly weirdo. Until I post this video. Okay. I'm not going to describe Monster Musume because this is video games. Okay? So, I got into that anime and I'm like, oh, this anime is 10 out of 10 amazing. And that got me into the weird games of the internet. The Yandere Simulator kind of games. The stuff that makes you think, who has to be messed up in the head enough to make these kind of games? I got in those kind of games. And I stopped watching my normal Minecraft, my normal Subnautica, my normal FNAF, my normal Gmod. I got out of that. And I was hyper-focused on this thing until I found out, oh wait, I'm supposed to be loving the Bible! This stuff is bad! Oh no, I'm going to hell! I don't care anymore. But back then, I heard that, and I was like, oh no, man, I'm going to hell! I'm gonna die in the fiery pits of the inferno! Oh man! I guess I can't watch anime anymore. Stopped watching all anime for like 12 years until like middle of middle school. I started watching anime again. But I was so sad because I couldn't watch anime anymore. I couldn't do visual novels. So I got back into FNAF. I got back into Subnautica. I got back into my original games hard. Like deep into the games. And then we moved towards middle school. This was all in elementary age. Oh, you saw that stuff in elementary school, dude. You are screwed in the head. Very. But middle school, I discovered a game that drilled into my head because of 3 friends of mine, and I am still pissed at them because that game is still showing up on my recommendations, and I can never get rid of it because I still like Mid-Fight Masses. Friday Night Funkin'. I hate it. Why is that game still being recommended to me? It was supposed to die in 2020. Why does it still exist? It's coming back too, which is the worst part. Someone made one hit single called Silly Billy, and it's coming back again. Oh, I hate FNAF. Not FNAF, FNF. Friday Night Funkin' can burn in a fire. I hated it. I hated it so damn much. Stop, I gotta get cooled down. My throat is getting full. Give me a second, I gotta pause. Okay, I'm back. I left off with FNAF, right? No. Friday Night Funkin', garbage, trash, into the fire pits of hell. I started discovering that there were different gaming genres. I discovered that visual novels fall in a little genre that you don't really want to go in anymore. I discovered games around that time like Team Fortress, and I thought it was cool. I thought Team Fortress was pretty cool. I discovered games like Portal, and that stuff got me so happy. I'm like, hold on. I have an Xbox 360. It was made for the Xbox 360. This is gonna be the best day of my life when I get Portal. I got it like a year ago. It's still amazing. It's still like the best game. But like back then I'm like, I can get Portal for the Xbox. No, I couldn't because I was a poor little child. And that's not how that works. But then, we move forward a little bit. I discovered more Valve games, like Left 4 Dead. That was pretty cool. CSGO was cool. I discovered that I could play, technically I could play Call of Duty since I had one. I didn't like Call of Duty that much. Then I discovered Halo. Currently, Halo is the shit. Is the shit I am on. I am smoking that weed. That is Halo. That is some good mental kush. But like currently, I am loving Halo. I discovered it like late middle school. Good game. Good game. I played Halo Combat Evolved on the school Chromebook, and it was epic. It was so cool. Because it was like very low graphics and running like a potato. But I could play it. Oh my lord. Cool math games unblocked. Cool math games unblocked. What's the shit? And that was the weird math games that we had to play. Prodigy. Prodigy Math. Oh my lord. I shut down everything. I was like, hold on. You can modify your questions. Hold on, give me a sec. Modify questions. The only number we're allowed to have right now is 0.
so I can just put 0 as the answer to everything. And I was just, it was awesome. Prodigy was cool, but not Prodigy. We're not talking about Prodigy. We're talking about Halo. Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo Reach, Halo ODST, and the rest sucked balls. Until Infinity. Infinity was recent enough, but still. I loved Halo for a good bit, and I still currently love Halo. That's my current obsession. We move forward a little bit more. Still in middle school, technically. It was about FNAF Sister Location time. FNAF was kind of cringe at the time. Still currently very cringe. But I was like, I'm still kind of into FNAF. That's kind of cool. Subnautica was kind of falling off. Around that time, I discovered maybe God doesn't really care. Maybe I should get back into these horrible games. And at that time, now, I know one person watching this video, I call them my friend. They don't like being called my friend. You know who you are. It was you, the other one, and the other one. You three kind of cornered me and forced me to discover that what was my sexuality. We're talking about video games. We're not talking about that. But along with that, they gave me a lot of cool video game ideas and a lot of cool, interesting ideas. I discovered SEP. I completely forgot about that. I discovered SEPs around the time of middle school, and I thought it was the coolest shit. And I was like, I'm gonna make my own cool creatures. I did, and I tried to make a game out of it. But no one would listen long enough to play. I was so depressed because no one was interested in it. But currently, I'm just a storyteller now. I don't turn them into games. I just say, so this is the cool story I came up with, and explain it at hyper speed so no one gets anything out of it so they cannot judge it. One of you will know exactly what I'm talking about because I did it recently. Talking about the tank women, you know. Not Tank Girl from Newgrounds, like women supposed to be tanks. You know, that stuff. D-Bomb. We know about them. I don't actually think I showed them. Never mind. But I was discovering animations, I was discovering cool stuff. I was like, this is gonna be the peak of my life. Yeah, it kinda was. It's the peak of my gaming life. But recently, I get into high school. Well, not recently, but it's still like 4 fucking years ago. That's crazy. Oh man, that's crazy. 4 years ago we got into high school. Think about that. That's disgusting. Oh, that's horrible. Why? Oh, why did I have to think about that? Oh, what the hell? That was 4 years ago. Ugh. My brain. Oh no, I remember so much stuff now. I'm dredging up some deep memories. Dredge. That was a nice transition. There's a game called Dredge. That's cool. That's a good game. It's super deep. And it's about the ocean. Going back to the roots of Subnautica, baby. We love the ocean. I loved Raft. I love Subnautica. I love Subnautica Below Zero. I love basically any game related to the ocean. And then I discovered Dredge in late high school. And holy crap. I went deep in that game. I saw cool looking fish, monsters in the dark, which is fire, and a boat that you live on. And the fishmonger looked cool. And I very much so considered looking it up on Rule 34 because of the scientist. Oh, you understand that, don't you? No, you don't, because you never saw it. If you saw Dredge, you understand. The scientist was pretty hot. That's not what I'm supposed to be talking about. What? How did I get to this? Dredge. Cool game, about fish, and you discover your dead wife. What? The lore got deep quick. Turns out I'm the man in the mirror? What? Holy crap, I forgot about Little Nightmares. Little Nightmares was the shit. That game was epic. I loved the first one, I loved the second one, and I loved the Littlest Nightmares. God damn.
My childhood was epic because of the epic games that I had. This video is 25 minutes long. Oh my god, I've been yapping for so long. No one's gonna listen to this because it sounds like crazed ramblings. That's kind of what it is. But these are the games I'm talking about that are I sound like XQC, for Christ's sake. I was originally sounding like Moist Critical. That's a lie. That's a dead lie. It sounded like XQC the entire time. Just. I need to take a break. Okay, we're pausing again so I can take a break so I can understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, 1 full cup of root beer later, and I'm back ready to go. Okay. I left off Little Nightmares, talking about games of early high school. Stray was a pretty cool game. I liked Stray. It was a nominee for Game of the Year, for Christ's sake. And it was so cool, because it was about a really cute cat and robots. Oh, that would have been the best. If only I had a computer. But Stray was a really cool game. It was really cute, and that was the silly little robot guy. Oh, man. That was a good game. That was a really good game. The ending was so sad, but it was such a good game. And if it had replayability, then it would have been the best. It would have been the best on my list. But it didn't have any replayability at all. It's a linear game. I don't really like linear games. There's a few linear games that I like Stray, but it's kind of, I like options. I like creativity. We move a little further on, and we're getting into, like, recent years. Like, last year to this year. I discovered that I hated games. I discovered I can't play these games, therefore I do not like them anymore. And that kind of killed me for a little bit. That was the beginning of the, end of sophomore, beginning of junior year. Mid-junior year, I'm like, actually, it's not that bad, because I discovered a few cool games here and there. Pretty cool indie games. FNAF just released another game? Who would have thought? Wait, you can walk around? That's not right. You can walk around an entire building? That's not right. What's a Pizzaplex? I had no clue that Security Breach was coming out. I heard like 3 or 4 teasers, and I'm like, oh, those are fake. I was an idiot. I didn't know Security Breach was coming out. I thought it ended with Pizzeria Simulator. God damn it. I wish FNAF would end, because they just released another game not even a couple weeks ago. Oh, I'm getting warm. I'm yelling too much. I need to chill out. I need to pause and grab another Pepsi, or like another root beer or something. But I'm going to keep talking, because that's what I like doing. I like talking. I like looking at myself and talking and recording it at the same time, because there's a mirror right in front of me, and I am dancing while doing this. I am dancing while talking. You know how cringe that is? You cannot see me, but my feet are moving, I am jumping, I am shouting, I look like a black preacher. That sounds racist. Wait, no, hold on, wait, no. I just look like a very excited preacher. I had to give myself a sec to not cook on that. Recently, like, within this year, a game called, It Still Wakes in the Deep came out, and you know what that means? More water! Hell yeah! I love water games. Water, ocean, scary big water equals scary big game water plus water games. Oh, I love water! I've always loved water. And I got to go to the ocean, like, earlier that year, and it was the coolest shit. It was just Virginia Beach, but still, that was the coolest shit I have ever done. Ah, it was cool. I loved it. I loved the ocean. The ocean is cool. And this one takes place on an oil rig, and it was so cool, because it was inspired by The Thing, my favorite horror movie. Scary meat monsters that can mimic people's voices. Oh my god, I forgot to mention Among Us. Ugh, I fucking hate Among Us. I love Among Us because I still play Among Us. But holy crap.
I saw the thing and I'm like, this is a cool movie. I love monsters. Among Us came out and I'm like, that's a cool game. I love monsters. And then games like actual good imposter games came out and it was just so cool. And like this few years, we've had some of the best games in history come out. Like Lethal Company, that shit broke boxes. And like other games that come out recently have been breaking bank, just bigger than anything you have ever seen. There are not very many games that go into my amazing box. I'm not going to mention Zenless Zone Zero too much, because that's an anomaly in my game likings. I don't get how I got into Zenless Zone Zero. I saw Shark Girl, and I'm like, hold on. That reminds me of something from my childhood in a visual novel I saw one time. I hate visual novels. They ruined me. Because that's the only reason I downloaded Zenless Zone Zero. I'm like, her name's Ellen. I'm pretty sure the girl in the visual novel's name was Ellen. But I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to just play the game and see if it's anything similar. It's not, but it's a cool game. I like it. It's a hack and slash RPG. I recommend you play it. But, too much crazy shit. Too much crazy stuff happening. And I'm losing my shit. I need to calm down. Feet. Fuck. Hell yeah. I need to go back to what I was originally going to talk about. I was originally going to talk about my big 6 games. I'm going to convert it down to the big, best, amazing 6 games. There's not very many games that I would describe as being amazing. And I only have 6 that I would describe as being amazing games. And only like 3 of them are actually some of my favorites. Subnautica is not the best game. Its graphics are a little trash. Its gameplay's a little clunky. The character dialogues are at a minimal currently, and they were none in the original release of the game. And moving into Subnautica Below Zero, it had a little bit better graphics. Gameplay was still kind of clunky, but the voice acting was a little better. But I like the original voice actor for Troy, or whatever her name was. But Minecraft, it's a creative sandbox game. For Christ's sake, it's not anything of good sustenance to be considered a great game. Not even to consider amazing. Roblox, absolute dog shit, because you can't find anything good on there anymore. There's like 4 or 5 good Roblox games now, but the rest of them are trash. Doki Doki Literature Club, that game is a visual novel. You cannot have an amazing visual novel. The horror aspect's cool, the story's kind of epic, but if there was voice acting, it'd make it a little bit better. But I guess you don't want to hear people crying and saying, oh yeah, I pissed on this paper for you. Call of Duty, kind of trash. The only good ones are the Modern Warfare, and I don't even like Modern Warfare that much. Black Ops was kind of cool, but it got a little old a little quick, because there wasn't as many missions. Then Halo, I would say maybe Halo Reach was an amazing game, but the rest of them either had trash graphics, poor storytelling, or little to no voice acting. I would say Reach is the only one that could be considered for amazing. That's when I'm going to place number 1. That's the only game that I'm going to say is amazing in the Halo series. Now, I'm not talking series in general, because series in general, Halo would be number 1. But if it's just singular games, I'm going with Halo Reach for number 1. Number 2, I'm going to have to go with Stray, because the graphics were blessed with the beauty and amazingness of CGI. The robots were cool, the storytelling was amazing. A cat trying to get back to its original family, oh my god, that's adorable. And these robots look so fucking cool. They remind me of Calculaster from Monster Prom, and Jacksepticeye voiced him, which I think is cool. But a little further, Stray was, I'm going to say, number 2 on my top 6 of amazing games. It had exactly what it needed to be a great game. I would say Dredge would be on that list, but you never see the main character, which is one of the main things you need for a game to be considered amazing. Third-person games usually are pretty good. But with Dredge, you see a little boat, the graphics aren't the best, the story, now that's where it peaks. But there's no voice acting, in the slightest. There have been 2 DLCs released somewhat recently, but they're not the best either. So Dredge is not going to go on the list. definitely not Gmod, which there's no story to it besides that. So, yeah. Portal is going to be number 3 because of just the idea of it. That is a good game. That is an amazing game. Portal and Portal 2. I'm going to lump them together because Portal 1 was not very much of a game, but Portal 2 had it all. It had great story. It had a pretty good, gameplay. It was a little repetitive in certain parts, trying to figure out how to do certain Portal stuff. But other than that, it was great gameplay, very smooth graphics, especially for an Xbox 360. It was pretty good. Fallout, I'm not going to say that was a great game. It was okay, especially Fallout 6. I liked Fallout 6. It was probably the best of the bunch. 76? I can't say too much about Fallout. I've only played one of them. What were the other 3? It still Wakes in the Deep. I know it's a little weird to add one of the newest additions to my favorite list, but It Still Wakes in the Deep is one of the best games I have ever seen, because the gameplay is pretty upfront and says, holy shit, you're not doing it right. Because the guy says, I shocked my fucking hand, you dumbass. And it's literally that. They curse horribly in that game. Because they're all, Northern English. Southern English. Not Northern. They're all Welsh, basically. They're Scottish, Irish, and, deep British. Very good voice acting. The voice acting is the best I've ever seen in any game. Is from It Still Wakes in the Deep. And the graphics is horrifying, seeing that weird fucking flesh mound coming out of a fucking oil rig. That's metal as hell. That's fucking metal as hell. That's metal as hell. It's an oil rig. That's just fucking metal. This game has got a little passion in me. I'm sorry. Zelda Zone Zero, not an amazing game because it's got microtransactions, baby. We love that. Don't know enough about Genshin to say anything. Don't know enough about any other games to really say enough. So I'm at 4. What would be the other 2 I'd say are amazing games? I've mostly put games that I have loved throughout my life. I have to put at least 2 games that I have not liked, ever, in the amazing category. And one of them has to be... I can't remember the name of it, for Christ's sake. Oh wait, yeah, I remember it now. It's the only visual novel that could be considered amazing, and it's only because of how downright terrible it is. I loved Doki Doki, but it was pretty bare bones when it comes to actually being a visual novel. But the biggest and most likely the most fucked visual novel you will ever see is The Class of '09. That is a fucked game, but just the story is also kind of fucked, but that's what makes it an amazing game. I personally hate The Class of '09, but I know so many people who think it is just the funniest shit. It's got some pretty fucked up bits, and they love it. I can never say I love The Class of '09 because it's so fucked, but that's the thing. Some super fucked games can be the best. That's why I'm saying Class of '09 would be number 5 on my list of amazing games. My last amazing game, I'm going to leave it up to other people, because I can't really say for all of people what I think the number 6 on my list should be, because there's so many games that I want to consider to be the amazing, but I don't know exactly which one it should be. I don't really want to list them out, because there's too many that I could list out to be number 6 on the amazing, but there's quite a few that I would consider, what's the name of it? Rain World. I love Rain World. It's such a cute little game, and I discovered it not too long ago, but it's actually kind of old. It's had a few DLCs, but it's kind of old, and its graphics are kind of shit, and its gameplay is a little repetitive. Not a little, very repetitive, but I wouldn't be able to consider it the amazing game. There was a horror game. Most of my favorite games have been horror games or shooters. There was a horror game that came out not super long ago, and it still fucks with me till this day. because it's a true story horror game. I never liked true story horror games, and I hated this one. Fears to Fathom. Holy crap, that game scared the ever-loving shit out of me. That game actually made me fucking want to piss myself. That game was scary as fuck, especially since I lived in the middle of nowhere. It's a game about actual horror, like real stuff that could happen. Scary as balls. The first one is about a kid in his house who is supposed to be visiting friends or having friends over to eat with him, and they're just not there, and his mom is out at some kind of convention or something, but you're home alone in a big-ass house, and suddenly shit starts happening. Doors are knocking, stuff's falling over, stuff are being left out that you know you did not bring out, and that is scary as balls to me, and I hated it. But that game was amazing. Its graphics were terrible. Its story was shit, but the scary factor made it so fucking good. I got a little passionate there. Hold on, give me a sec. I don't want to walk to the back room now. I started talking about it. God damn it. That game was so fucking scary that even talking about this shit is making me crawl in my goddamn skin about walking in the back room of my house because all the lights are fucking turned off. I should not be yelling this much. I'm getting a little aggressive. I need to calm down a little bit, right? Because this video is almost an hour long. It's like 40 something minutes. Oh, man. I need to calm down. Oh, man, my heart is killing me. But there's lots of other cool games. My voice broke in. If you can hear it, like, my voice is really fucked because of that. Oh, it's nice to release a lot of energy like this. Especially actually releasing it to something is a lot more healthy than just talking to myself. I'm gonna be honest. And I know it's probably gonna get no views, and it's probably not even gonna be seen by any of my friends usually. It's still so nice being able to talk like this and know it's actually for something. Because usually I've been talking to myself and I'm expecting no one to ever hear it, and I'm just talking for the meaning of nothing. But when I'm talking about something cool that I'm very passionate about, like video games, and I can yell like this and actually have fun yelling like this, it's good. I like it. It's really cool. So, my opinion on video games, I have a lot of good opinions, right? Absolutely. Fucking hate insects, but I love certain ones. I fucking hate apples. They're pretty good sometimes. Asparagus are cool. I have pretty good opinions, right? Video game is going to be the longest opinion video I've ever made. And it's not even one of the me's walking around one, which is everything I've tried to record up to this point. It's mostly me just sitting in this chair, under this chair, kneeling by this chair, looking into the mirror next to this chair, or me going to grab some root beer because my fucking throat hurts. So, yeah, that's something to talk about. Man, I am exhausted. Damn, really? But that's my big opinion on video games mostly. I'm not able to discuss all of them, and I probably forgot quite a few that I should be remembering, but that's the majority of it. I was back on YouTube whenever it was not censored usually. It had a little button that you could click and say, hey, you want to unblur these videos that might be, actual just porn? When YouTube used to be not cool, but really not good. It was early days of YouTube, I know a few of my friends actually do know what I'm talking about because they were basically the same kind of raised up as me. Not exactly. Quite a few differences. Quite a few big differences, actually. But they had the same kind of censorship that I had throughout my life. They had home censorship, which was not very much, but just enough to make sure that you weren't going to kill yourself.
and they had grandparents' house censorship. You could do whatever the hell you wanted and no one would complain. And then you had your by yourself censorship, which is usually the most healthy kind, but as you can hear from me, it's not. Because I'm talking exactly how I would talk if I was talking to myself. You're here in most of my videos, that's me talking to myself, not me talking to the camera, because for a good portion of this video, I forgot the camera was there. And I was just cursing up a storm, just yelling about how I'm trying not to piss myself, because that fucking table looks like a woman. God damn it. Oh, I hate that. Why did I have to remember that? God, Fears to Fathom fucking fucked me up. Fuck. I'm cursing too much. This video is probably going to get taken down. If it does, womp womp. I'm going to cry about it. But I'm small enough channel, they probably won't even notice. Yippee! God, I am just really red right now. But still, not showing my face on my YouTube channel. I tried to record a few videos before this one, trying to show off cool weapons that I had, my swords, my axes, and guns and stuff. But I realized that's probably not a good idea to be posting on a YouTube channel, because people are going to discover it, like the school, and say, oh man, this kid's gonna kill us all. No, absolutely not. I would never, because that's stupid. But I do think it's cool to show people my swords, and knives, and other weird blades, like my axe. I love my axe. My axe is my buddy. Yeah. That's Insane Clown Posse, right? I don't even remember. But that's the kind of stuff I talk about. This is what it's like. That's almost everything that I had to talk about. And my voice kind of hurts, so I'm going to shut up. I've yapped for how long now? Almost 50 minutes. So, if you like yapping, subscribe, like, and leave a comment. I'm a yapper. This is the yapping channel of Mr. I Am Not a Builder. And I will see you later.